dito, and I'm pretty sure yung mga pumasok din sa Catholic school, makaka-relate, no? We have the 10 a.m., 12 p.m., tsaka 3 p.m. prayers na kapag naabutan ka, whatever you are doing, you have to stop. You have to stop. Kasi,
Welcome to my world.
yan ang sabi ng taong may ibang mundo na. Welcome sa ating The Koomer Club Podcast, ang podcast kung saan malalaman nyo ang mga rason kung bakit dapat nyo ako i-cancel at syempre, kung bakit lagi kang mali. So, ayan guys, no, hindi ko alam kung anong oras nyo to pinapakinggan. So, good morning, good evening, at good afternoon sa inyo. Hindi ko talaga sure kung anong oras kayo nakikinig. So, sasabihin ko na lang lahat. So, ayan, no, una sa lahat, no, welcome, no, salamat sa pakikinig nyo at sa suporta nyo sa unang episode natin kung saan, diba, syempre, mas nakilala nyo ako bilang caster at yung naging mga daan ko kung paano ako naging caster ngayon. Ayan. So, and kung mapapansin nyo rin pala, no, this time, medyo napapansin nyo na iba yung setup natin ngayon kumpara sa last episode. This is because I now have a new camera. This is the Sony A50-100. Matagal ko na talagang gusto to. I think 2 or 3 years ago pa lang, 2 or 3 years ago, minamatahan ko na talaga tong camera na to. Unfortunately, I don't have the means, no? I don't have the means then to get this camera. Pero now, eto na. Nakuha ko na, no? And this is the dream camera that I've always wanted, and it's now here. And, just comment it down in the comment section if nakikinig kayo sa YouTube, no? Kasi sa Spotify, tsaka sa, tawag dito, sa Apple Podcasts, hindi ka pwede maglagay ng comment, eh. I'm not entirely sure, but if you can, mag-comment kayo. Ayan. Comment down if mas gusto nyo tong setup na to kesa dun sa setup natin before. Just let me know. Okay? Ayan. So, para pasimulaan natin, no? Para panimulan pala. Sorry, not pasimulaan. Panimulan ang ating episode for this time, no? Ang second episode. Gusto ko muna kayong tanungin. Naniniwala ba kayo sa Diyos? Ayan. So, alam ko, medyo magiging mabigat to for a topic, no? Kasi this is one of the sensitive topics na meron lalo na dito sa Pilipinas, no. Pilipinas, it's a Christian, tawag dito, it's a Christian country, no. It's a Catholic, 90% Catholic tawag dito, country, and we are only one of the two Catholic countries in the world. The first one being, Rome. Ayan, tapos tayo na, no, Pilipinas. And then everyone else, they are open to everything. So, ayun, ano. Yeah, that is the question na meron ako para sa inyo. Ilagay niyo yan sa comment section if naniniwala ka sa Diyos or naniniwala ka sa religion or ano yung religion nyo, and perhaps the reason as well kung bakit kayo naniniwala sa Diyos. Huwag kayong maglala, hindi tayo nandirito, no, para pagtawanan yung mga naniniwala sa Diyos or para pagtawanan yung mga hindi naniniwala sa Diyos. It's fine, hindi natin pag-usapan yan. I'm here to talk about me as an atheist. So, ayan, no, marami ng mga nakakaalam din na nakakilala sa akin, no. I'm not sure if you are a new listener, if you're a new listener or someone who knows me who is listening to the podcast, pero marami na rin nakakaalam na I'm an atheist. I am openly saying, no, na I am an atheist. I don't believe in a God. It was since I was high school, no? So ngayon I'm supposedly way past college na. Pero let's bring you to the journey kung paano nga ba ako naging atheist. Ayan. So ako sa totoo lang, the family that I have now, nanay ko, mga magulang ko, ayan, is they're actually Christians, no? So they believe in God, specifically in Jesus. I'm not sure about my mom, pero yung tatay ko, he's a Christian. Hindi ko alam. I don't know. Kasi we never really, we were never really a religious family. Yung tatay ko, he's I don't know. He prays, pero we never really did any religious activity as a family. We never really did that, no. Pero yun nga, so laki ako sa isang Christian family, and in fact, I also attended a Catholic school when I was in prep hanggang grade 6. Ayan. So, ano yan? Dito, and I'm pretty sure yung mga pumasok din sa Catholic school, makaka-relate, no? We have the 10 a.m., 12 p.m., tsaka 3 p.m. prayers na kapag naabutan ka, whatever you are doing, you have to stop. You have to stop. Kasi, well, at least dun sa pinasukan ko, no, we have speakers all throughout the school, all throughout the campus, no, na maririnig mo talaga magbibel yan. Ting! 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 Tapos ayun na. I believe the 10 a.m. prayer is called Angelus. Hindi ako totally sure. Nakalimutan ko na. We have the 12 p.m. prayer and the 3 p.m. And 3 p.m. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are a lot of people are, well, at least in our generation, I guess. Yung mga kabataan ngayon kasi puro social media, puro computer, puro cellphone, ayan. Pero if you were on our generation na medyo uso pa yung TV, sa ABS-CBN, ayan, no, laging alas 3, no? Ano yun? Ano yun, yung 3 p.m. prayer sa ano? Yung 3 o'clock prayer sa ABS-CBN. Anyway, basta yun, every 3 p.m., bago mag 3 p.m., nagko-commercial na yan, kung ano man yung palabas nila, nagko-commercial na yan, tapos magkakaroon na ng ano yan, ng 3 p.m. prayer, no? Ah, ayan. Tawag dito? Yeah, that's, ito yata. Ayan, tama, ayan. Pumanaw ka, Jesus, subalit ang bukal na buhay ay bumalong para sa kaluluwa, at ang karagatan ng awa ay bumugso para sa sanlibutan. Basta ayan, ting, tining, ting, ting. It's one of the most recognizable chimes. No, it's one of the most recognizable chimes kasama nung selecta. Tininin, tininin, tininin. Pero pag alas stress na ABS-CBN, ting, tining, ting, ting. Diba? Yan ang, it's always there. And if you are on the Catholic school, and going back, if you are in Catholic school, you always have the 3 o'clock prayer. And at the same time pa, no, for what, 6-7 years, no, I'm doing that every day, no? And isang mo pa dyan, every day, so we are doing the rosary, no? So yung rosaryo, Holy Rosary, joy, love, I forgot the everyday. Basta it changes every day, and then you have to pray yung every malaking bead. I forgot what it's called. Pero yun basta Apostles' Creed. Yeah, there you go. Apostles' Creed, Our Father, sampung Hail Mary. Yeah, sampung Hail Mary, tapos kung ano man yung sa araw na yon, chuchu, tapos sampung Hail Mary uli. Basta ano yun, tinatapos namin yun. In Catholic school, tinatapos namin yun araw-araw. No? Yung kalahati sa umaga, tapos tatapusin namin kalahati sa tanghali. Lunch break before mag-start yung... sorry, hindi naman lunch break, pero pagtapos ng lunch break, before the very start of before the start of the first period after lunch. So, ayun. ganyan kami lagi. And ano pa nga I'm one of those kids, I'm one of those people na tawag dito, kapag yung kaklase nila, yung lalo na, sabihin natin, ito, this is one of the most common, situation na nangyari. Kapag may misa, no, yung kaibigan mo or yung kaklase mo, sasabihin ng pare, di ba, katawan ni Kristo, or if the mass is in English, the body of Christ. So tatapat sa yung yung hostia. Sasabihin ng tropa mo, tawag dito, macho. Ganun sila, nagtatawanan sila, ganyan. Pero I was one of the kids na nagagalit sa mga kaibigan, sa mga kaklase ko na gumagawa nun. Kasi I'm one really, I wouldn't say devoted, pero I'm one really religious guy, religious kid na ayokong magkaroon ng kasalanan na hindi nabubura. Kasi there are two kinds of sin, at least based on sa, wow. The mortal sin and the immortal sin. I forgot the other one. Pero basta there are two kinds of sin. Now, one, the mortal sin, yun yung mga napapatawad na mga kasalanan. And then there's the other kind of sin na hindi na mapapatawad whatever you do, no? And alam mo na, syempre, I want to get in the kingdom of God na you can't get in if you have taints, di ba? And every year din every year meron din kaming confession session, confession session. Syempre, confession is sasabihin mo lahat ng kasalanan mo, ganyan, tapos papatawarin ka. Bibigyan ka lang ng pare na, okay, dasalin mo to, tatlong ama namin, tatlong angelus, etc. etc. Basta ganoon, tapos mapapatawad ka na. And then parang tatlong bibigyan ka ng mga dasal, tapos kailangan mo dasalin, and then yung parang sariling dasal mo para mapatawad ka. Ayan. And then immediately after, gagawa ka na naman ng kasalanan. Tangin lang yan. Ayan. Those are the life nung Catholic school, no? When I was still in the Catholic school. And then, so ayun, ano pa ako noon when I was still in elementary, I was still a huge religious person. Nagdadasal nga rin ako bago matulog, ganyan. Hindi ako nagdadasal pagkagising, bago matulog, ganyan. Sa sarili ko lang, no? And ayun, dumating yung high school. Dito na nagsimula yung syempre lumaki-laki na tayo ng konti, no? Dito na nagsimula yung mga pagtatanong ko sa mga bagay-bagay. No, katulad nung kung merong Diyos, bakit merong kasamaan? Kung merong Diyos, bakit merong mahihirap? 'Di ba? Ika nga, sabi nila, ang Diyos sobrang napakalakas niyan. He's all powerful, all knowing, omnipotent, no, lahat kaya niyang gawin. So, bakit meron pa ring mga mahihirap? Bakit merong mga etong mga nangyayari sa klima natin, 'di ba? Mga climate change, bakit meron ganyan? Bakit meron na extinct, 'di ba? So, eto na, dito na nagsimula yung nagtanong-tanong ako sa mga bagay-bagay na doesn't really make any sense if there is the idea of God, no? Pero more so religion, ano. So eto na, first year high school, dito na nagsimula. So sa mga bagong curriculum, grade 7, ayan. So grade 7 ako. First year, I was a deist. So ano ba yung deist, no? Deist is someone who believes in a God, not in a religion. Someone who believes that there is a God, pero not in religion. So wala lang, basta merong Diyos dyan. It's not Jesus, it's not Allah, it's not kung sino man, no? It's not whatever. Basta there is a God, ganyan. So I was a deist for quite some time, no? Habang nagtatanong-tanong pa ako, ba't ganito, ba't ganyan? Basta maraming bagay. Marami akong tinanong sa sarili ko sa mga bagay-bagay na bakit ganito hindi mapaliwanag, ganyan. And usually these things na would not make sense. Ang ginagawa dito ng karamihan na religious person, no. Karamihan, sinasabi ko, I'm not saying everyone, pero karamihan is ginagawa nilang kasi si God yan. Kasi si God yan. That's the excuse, no? Kasi si God. So, okay na yun. Finally, it's not that it doesn't make any sense anymore. It makes sense now kasi gawa yan ni God. That's not how I work, no? That's not how I did not accept it. I wanted an explanation on things. And yun, doon nagsimula na from being a deist, konti-konti na ako parang hindi na naniniwala sa Diyos kasi the more that you force the idea that there's a God, the more that things wouldn't make any sense. Sabihin natin now, 'di ba, again, ba't maraming naghihirap? Bakit maraming tawag dito? Nagkakasakit, whereas maraming kasamaan, whereas if God, if there is a God, no, kung merong mang God, bakit hinahayaan niya magkaroon ng mga ganitong bagay? 'Di ba? It doesn't make any sense. these are just like the shallow part ng mga tanong-tanong ko sa sarili ko, no? And I went deep on that rabbit hole talaga. And then, ayun na, around second year ko, one of my friends talaga asked me then to watch this video. It's on YouTube, no? A clip ni George Carlin, RIP, no? It's a part of his stand up. Uh yes, part of his stand up session, no, that is called Religion is Bullshit. That was the name of the skit, no? And it's one of the final coffins, final pin in the coffin para talaga sa akin, para maging atheist ako. No, that's one of the final pins in the coffin talaga. Na oh wait, yeah, what it's a comedy. It's comedy skit, pero everything that he's saying makes sense. For example, 'di ba, if there is a God, no, he has a list. No, he has a list. Na sabihin natin, the Ten Commandments, right? This is the list of things that he does not want you to do, or else you will go to hell where you will perish, suffer, choke, tortured, etc., etc., for the rest of the time, no, for eternity. But he loves you. But he loves you. Yeah, but there, it's there's a lot of things that doesn't really make any sense if you force the idea that there is a God. And likewise, me, if there is a God, no, and he's all knowing, omnipotent, omniscient, all powerful, me talking to you right now, you shouldn't be angry. Me talking to you right now is all part of God's plan. And I don't have free will. I don't have free will kasi God already knows everything that would happen. That means I am a puppet. 'Di ba? That is just working. That is just that is just working based on what he wrote. Based on what his plans are. 'Di ba? It kind of doesn't make any sense, and that invalidates you as a person, someone who has free will. So, basta, that's just like the shallow part ng mga tanong-tanong ko sa sarili ko. Marami pa. I really went deep with the rabbit hole hanggang sa, yun na nga, naging atheist ako. And, yun, starting from that, simula nung I decided to be an atheist, that was high school, no, I leaned more into sciences na, okay, lahat ng bagay kasi sa atin dito sa mundo ay napapaliwanag ng science. No? Yes, I acknowledge the fact na merong mga theory pa lang na, theories are things na has an explanation but hasn't been proven yet. Pero at the very least, no? At the very least, these are things na has evidences backing it up. No? Whereas God, if there is a God, and we think that the Bible is a proof that there is a God. It's not. It's not proof that there is a God. No? Kasi parang mo sinabi na kasi sinabi ko. May Diyos kasi sinabi ko. Kasi ika nga, the Bible is quote unquote the word of God. So dahil may Bible, dahil may word of God, merong Diyos. It doesn't make any sense. It's illogical to think that. And likewise, if you're gonna tell me that there's a God dahil merong Biblia, then I don't know. Spider-Man is real as well? Kasi meron siyang libro eh. Ginawa siyang libro. In fact, it's much more realistic pa nga eh. Kasi number one, meron siyang mga illustration sa libro niya, sa mga comics. And number two, may mga movie siya. So, these are actual portrayals of, Spider-Man at work. 'Di ba? It's the same logic. May Biblia, may Diyos. May libro, may comics, may Spider-Man. Same thing. Pero you know what? Moving on from that, I guess another one that I would like to talk about are some of the struggles of being an atheist. Number one dito is ang pinaka nabanggit ko nga sa inyo, no? Na I was raised from a Christian family, even went to a Catholic school, no? One of the challenges dito is coming out to my parents as an atheist, parang coming out as gay, as lesbian, as you know, pansexual. No, I am a pansexual, ano, pero we are gonna be discussing that on a different episode. Anyway, so that's one of the struggles then, that I had as an atheist. Na I wanted to be open kasi I wanted to be open with everyone na hey, I'm an atheist, I want to. While some of my friends already knew, yung mga magulang ko at the time still didn't know, no? And nalaman nila to isang beses kasi so my dad is an OFW, no? Overseas worker. And then at one day we were chatting sa Facebook, we were chatting sa Messenger, ganyan ganyan, and then I don't remember ano yung pinag-usapan namin. Basta yun, at the end of that, no, at the end of that, uh, he said, God bless. Yan, parang papaalam na God bless, ganyan. And it was the first time na nagpaalam siya na sa akin through chat na may kasamang God bless. And then sabi ko sa kanya, I was still an arrogant kid back then. No, I'm still a kid now, pero grew up rin naman from that. Pero yun nga, sabi ko sa kanya, kahit wag na it's not verbatim, not verbatim. Pero I said something along the lines of kahit wag na mag-God bless, kasi hindi naman ako naniniwala sa Diyos. I just said it outright. I just said it, straight. No, sinabi ko lang, walang paligoy-ligoy, sinabi ko lang agad 'yon. And then ayun na, sabi niya, bakit naman gano'n, ganyan. Tapos sinabihan pa ako ng ano ba nung bata ka, kinakantahan pa kita ng mga Christian songs. Yun, chu-chu, chu-chu. So, yun. Hanggang sa, ayun, sinabi ng tatay ko sa nanay ko. And then, out of the blue, tinanong ako ng nanay ko, sigurado ka na ba sa desisyon mo? Ganyan. Sabi ko, desisyon saan? Sabi niya, yung sa sinabi mo sa tatay mo. Sabi ko, oo, sigurado ako. Kasi ito yung pananaw ko, no? Ito yung pananaw ko at hindi ako nagkakamali sa pananaw ko. And uh, I know I'm right kasi this is science we're talking about, no? I'm not saying, no, again, if you guys are believing in a God, then that's your right, that's your freedom to choose, no, to believe in that, no. So ayun, at the very least, I'm one of the lucky ones where my parents, I'm pretty sure they didn't accept it immediately, pero at least they were understanding of my decision and supported that, no. Ngayon we're not really bringing it up anymore. My dad is still somewhat religious, no. Nagdadasal-dasal pa rin naman siya. Pero it didn't change our dynamic, no. There were several other factors kung bakit nawala yung dynamic namin as a family, pero religion is fortunately not one of those, no. So ayan, medyo ano pa ako, medyo swerte ako, no, na they understand that this is what I want and this is my decision. So ayun, obviously hindi ko masasabi yun para sa iba, no, who are still closeted atheists na lumaki sa isang Christian family na syempre mahirap yun, no. My family are not your family, my parents are not your parents, so we would have different struggles talaga. So ayun. Another problem that I've got, no, that I've gotten because of being an atheist are getting prejudice, no, getting prejudiced by other people. For example, there's one classmate na meron ako nung senior high school, and it was that person is a she, a her, no, babae siya, no, na is super religious talaga. And then nagkakausap-usap naman kami, we're good until she found out na I was an atheist, which is something that I don't really like among other people. Alam mo yun, parang nalaman lang nila na atheist ka, para ka ng pandidirian. She barely talked to me. She was constantly avoiding me. This was senior high school, ah. She was constantly avoiding me and doesn't want to talk to me just because I am an atheist. Para siyang, whenever dadaan ako malapit sa kanya or may madadaanan ko lang siya, para siyang mandidiring. Akala mo may ipis na lumilipad. Legit, legit, Brad. And sa mga, I'm not sure if pinapakinggan ito ng mga senior high school na kaklase ko, but they know. No, it was funny. It was funny. It was really funny. Ano. So ayun, I don't like those kinds of people. I respect you for believing in what you believe in, pero alam mo yun, just because of the fact na I'm an atheist, para mo na akong pandidirian. Hindi ba dapat hindi mo akong pandirian at dapat quote-unquote tulungan mo akong makita ang liwanag at ang katotohanan? 'Di ba? Imbis na pandirian mo ko, hello, yan ba yung tinuturo sa'yo ng religion mo? 'Di ba? So those kinds of things, ito, ano na yun eh, labas na yun sa Diyos, labas na yun sa religion. It was, ano na, problema na yun ng tao. No, problema na yun ng tao. Kasi wala eh, nalulong sa religion. I'm not saying that it's a vice, pero there are people who are overly over religious, no, na they lost their sense of being a human and lost their sense of common sense. Yeah, lost their common sense kasi everything is uh based on religion for them. Which, I'm not it's hindi ko sila sisisihin because of that. Siguro ganun lang sila pinalaki talaga at sa ganun lang sila lumaki and so yun yung nakasanayan nila, no? Anyway, so meron din ako naging kaklase sa sa college, no? May naging kaklase din sa college. She's really religious talaga. And constantly tries to convert me back to believing in Jesus. We are in good terms. We are in good terms. Just to tell you. Pero she was constantly trying to convert me back to being a believer. Likewise, hindi lang yung mga kaklase ko nung college. Meron din ako yung mga kaibigan na who are really trying hard to get me back into being being a Christian, no? In which, ang masasabi ko lang, and for those who are listening who wants and would, attempt to convert me back, wala po kayong magagawa. I will not convert, not because I am close-minded, but rather because I believe in facts. No, faith and facts are two different things. No, facts are science. No, something that has evidence backing it up. Faith, however, is something that you believe in regardless whether it's real or not. No, and again, no, if you believe that there is a God, no, then fine. Walang problema yan, no? Pero ang wag lang natin gawin is we force our ideals and our beliefs onto other people. That is when medyo nagiging mali na siya para sa akin, it's not it's okay to convert someone into your belief pero never force it against someone na parang ay huwag ka, hindi ka naniniwala, dapat naniniwala ka, no, kasi mapupunta ka sa impyerno. Hello, jokes on you, I don't believe in hell, I don't believe in heaven either, 'di ba? So yun lang. And though I guess these are just like the things na you shouldn't be doing kasi maging tao naman tayo, just because just because someone is an atheist doesn't mean you need to treat them, in a bad way, no? And if ako tatanungin, sa totoo lang, if I will be forced into a religion, I would rather be a Satanist than any other religion. Kasi sa mga hindi nakakaalam, no, yung mga Satanists po, they don't worship Satan, no? Ang tanging hangarin lamang ng pagiging satanista, no, ay maging mabuting tao. Wala silang wino-worship na Diyos or whatsoever. Basta ang kailangan mo lang ay maging mabuting tao sa ibang tao at kailangan mo maging mabuting tao lang talaga. That's it. And that would be my religion if I was if I would get a religion now. So ayun. Yeah, these are, I guess, this is the story, no? This is the story of uh how I became an atheist, and some of the struggles as well of being an atheist. Pero sa mga atheists dyan, ano, na are still closeted, mga hindi pa lumalabas na atheist sila, okay maglala, you can always tell me. Or if you need any confrontation, di ba? Para maging comfortable naman kayo, may mapagsabihan kayo, you can always tell me. So, huwag kayong mahihiya dyan kasi I am one as well. And sa mga religious friends natin, wag nyo silang tarantaduhin, no? Huwag kayong mag-away, no? Maging tao kayo. Common sense ba? Maging tao kayo. Yes, pwede kayong magkaroon ng diskusyon, no? Pero never make it a point na ikasisira yan ng pagkakaibigan nyo or pagkakakilanlan nyo. So, yun lang. Yun lang naman ang ating, topic and our episode for today. And again, if you guys want me, no, to tackle any other issues, mapasensitive man yan or hindi, I will try to tackle it if I can, no? Lalo na if sensitive issue nga siya. Pero yan, if you have any topics, issues, or trends na gusto nyo i-discuss ko, gusto nyo pag-usapan ko in this podcast series, just let me know through our Curious Cat account. Nasa description yan ng ating podcast, YouTube, Apple's podcast, and Spotify. No? And likewise, no, meron din tayong Telegram account, no, na pwede kayo mag-send sa akin ng mga messages, ng mga feedback nyo, and likewise yung mga topic and mga issues, no, na gusto nyo talakayin natin. Or if meron kayong mga tanong lang, no, ilagay nyo yan sa ating Telegram din or sa Curious Cat. Curious Cat if you want to be anonymous, pero if not, if okay lang sa inyo makilala ko rin kayo, i-comment nyo lang din yan. I-send nyo lang din yan sa ating Telegram. Or, again, if you have any feedbacks then, or if you want to answer our question, our question for today is, naniniwala ka ba sa Diyos at bakit? No, ilagay nyo lang yan sa ating comment section sa YouTube. So, yan guys, no, thank you very much sa pakikinig ninyo. Maraming salamat sa inyong suporta sa ating podcast, The Koomer Club. Next episode, baka dito ko na pag-usapan yung kung bakit Koomer Club ang pangalan ng ating podcast. Kasi meron mga nagtatanong sa akin bakit daw The Koomer Club yung pangalan ng podcast. So, ayan, siguro that is our next episode. So, yun lang muna guys. So make sure you check out The Koomer Club on Apple Podcast, on YouTube, and Spotify. And make sure you rate our podcast 5 stars. If na-entertain kayo at nagustuhan nyo ang ating podcast, make sure rate that 5 stars para mas gumanda naman yung ating ranking, I don't know. Just put 5 stars if nagustuhan nyo. And if you're listening through YouTube, no, or if you have a YouTube account, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell button as well para ma-notify kayo whenever there is a new episode. So, yun lang guys. Thank you very much. Once again, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Make sure you have a good one for today. Magbabalik ang The Koomer Club, the podcast kung saan malalaman mo ang mga rason kung bakit dapat mo ako i-cancel at syempre, malaman kung bakit lagi kang mali.